Hi, I'm Kevin from DTools, and in this video, I'll provide a catalog overview. To get to the catalog, I used the shortcut navigation across the bottom of the screen. I click Catalog and Products to bring me here, and that loads up my local repository of the products that I manage that I can use to sell in my projects. Let me just give you a few tips on some navigation and just a few things that will help you understand how to take advantage of the catalog system. I'll point out that there's a settings menu here where we can manage things like manufacturers, categories, labor types, phases, lots of different information that we're going to dig deeper into as we move along. Lives here in the settings menu. Sometimes I like to go to the layouts where I can look at different sets of data when I'm managing my catalog. So notice that I'm on the price layout, but maybe I want to see something like data related to ordering or possibly data, just general product data. So we can navigate through various layouts, and we can also create our own layouts. There are some options for that. When we want to find products, one of the easiest ways to do that is to simply type a search term into the search window, something like Control-4, and that will help me find some products. If I wanted to be very specific about the specific product, I could do something like Sonance VP 66, and I'm going to get more filtered results. So the search box here is a great way to find products. And another option are quick filters, which let me do things like filter by price or manufacturer category, all sorts of different ways that I can apply more structured filtering and kind of search criteria. Let's take a look inside of an item just to understand what an item looks like. You'll notice here on the General tab, we have things like the manufacturer, model, category information, what phase the product is used within our project. Notice there's a nice thumbnail image, as well as a URL, and even the specific part number, because sometimes those are different than the model. Lots of options here, descriptions, price information. So at the top, we're going to see information about the equipment portion of the pricing. And then down below, we have what are called labor types, where we can add different types of labor with different amounts of time associated with them. Products can have accessories. So whenever we think about typical options that we might want to use with a specific product, we can add those as accessories. We can also add files. So we can have documents, whether it's a direct file link that we create or linking to, say, a URL of a document on a website. So lots of options. We'll dig into all these features deeper as we go along in our training. Let's take a look at how we can utilize the DTools library, right? DTools manages a library of over 1 million products. It might be even 1.5 million at this point. So if I click library and I click add from, this will take us to our kind of cloud-based library where we can search for and find products that we'd like to add to our catalog. Let's say that I was looking for some of the latest Sony TVs. I can search for Sony, click on Sony as a manufacturer in the list. Once I've done that, I can also filter, say, by category. If I'd like to dig into specific things. So for instance, I want to look at display devices and maybe TVs. So then I'll filter this list to only be showing TVs. Right now, let's say that I want to add a product into my catalog. I can also search more specifically. Maybe it's a 65-inch TV, so I can even just search for 65, and that's limited to items within Sony within this category that have the number 65, and you can see a bunch of 65-inch displays. Notice that there's some icons here. Some new items mean that they are not in my catalog. Matched means they already exist, so I already have this particular display. I can add another display. Let's say maybe I need to download this one. I can just click download. All right, there we go. So I'll go ahead and click the X here to exit back and return to the catalog. I'll go ahead and search for Sony, And the last thing I'd like to talk about is our update from library feature. So here's an example where I manually added one of the latest 65-inch TVs from Sony, but if I open up the item, you'll see that it has very little information. It's basically a shell of a component. Let's go ahead and we have it selected, and I'll pick library and choose the update from option, where the system will go match to the library and then provide all of this great data, images, URLs, proper category information, descriptions, labor information, specifications like dimensional information, inputs and outputs, and some documentation links as well. I'm just going to go ahead and double check here. We have some options about the kinds of data that we download. I'm just going to make sure that I'm pulling all the data for this item, and I'll update and close. So there we have it. Now our item includes most of the data we need. We can simply fill in our pricing information, and this product will be ready to use in future projects.